a treasure of utmost importance. I thought about destroying it 1,000,000 times.
Hello and welcome to the Apple Tree. My name is Wormy, and today we're going to be discussing episode 1 of National Treasure: Edge of History, which is a new series that is following the National Treasure series, but with new characters and old, and it's now streaming on Disney+. So this series is based off of a young girl named Jess, who is, she's not an American citizen yet. She's an immigrant that's waiting to get her visa or green card. But she's currently living with 3 or 4 of her friends in an apartment, and she's kind of just going along, working at Almighty Storage. She's just kind of just living the life, trying to slowly become an American citizen, basically. That's what she's doing. But she has a real knack for solving mysteries and clues, so she kind of gets herself into finding a storage unit that belonged to a Freemason. So in this storage unit, she's tasked with figuring out who it belongs to. After looking at some of the things that were in the storage unit, she soon finds out that it actually belonged to Sandusky, who Sandusky was actually the FBI head in the last 2 National Treasure movies. So she goes and visits him, and of course he supposedly has dementia. But she goes and visits him just to tell him that he needs to get his stuff out of the storage unit because they've not paid for the storage unit. Sandusky doesn't care about the storage unit, but looks at Jess's necklace and realizes that her father was a treasure hunter. And Jess didn't know this. Jess was told that her father was just a thief and a not good person. But Sandusky tells her that it is important for her to carry on what her father started with finding these 3 relics.
Where did you get that necklace?
It was my dad's. He died when I was a baby.
So Sandusky gives her a letter to take that's a clue to where one of these artifacts is. Of course, Jess doesn't take it, thinking that he just has dementia. But in reality, he does not have dementia all the way, and he sneaks the letter in her pocket, and now Jess is trying to use that letter to solve the mystery. So that's kind of where this episode kind of starts off. Jess figures out that she does have the envelope and begins to go look for the artifact, and yes, she does find it.
What is it? That's the symbol on your necklace.
I know.
What if I told you everything you know about your dad is a lie?
But Sandusky also dies, so she no longer has him to go back to. So she's kind of got to figure out what she's going to do. Meanwhile, some treasure hunters that are posing as fake FBI want to find this treasure before she does. So they kind of are like, they couldn't give her a call toward the end of the episode and said, name your price for the artifact. And of course, Jess says it's not for sale. But you find out that the bad guys actually have one of her roommates and friends and have threatened to kill him if she does not give away the artifact. And that's kind of where the episode leaves off. So I know that's a lot of, that's a rundown of what happened in this episode. It was really action-packed. It kept you on the edge of your seat, kind of like the edge of history. But yeah, that's kind of what happened. I do want to say that so far, I do like this series. There's some things that I didn't really expect would happen, but I was glad they brought back Sandusky. That was a good move in my mind, bringing back one of the main characters. I know Riley's supposed to come back in a later episode. And then there's also been some references to Benjamin Gates, basically saying that there are men that will do what's necessary, even if it's wrong, to protect American history. And that one of those would be Benjamin Gates.
No idea what you said.
It means if there's something wrong, those who have the ability to take action have the responsibility to take action. I'm gonna steal it.
What?
I'm gonna steal the Declaration of Independence.
Ben?
Now, Nicolas Cage came out and was told not to be in the series by the directors as it would conflict with his production schedule, but I'm going to hold out hope that he might show up or we might get some more references to him so that he can be either in a future series or in a movie. But yeah, it is interesting that they're incorporating the last 2 movies, not just rebooting the franchise, which I think is a good thing, because their original National Treasures are great. I originally didn't want this series because I thought it would ruin it, but so far it has my hopes up. I'm hoping that it stays like that. And then there is a very little language and violence in this episode, so it makes it really good to watch. So I highly recommend that you give it a check out. Let me know what you think about this episode. Episodes 1 and 2 are streaming on Disney Plus. I'll probably get episode 2 out in a few days, and we can go from there. Thank you.
Trust no one.
Thank you for watching our video today. If you liked it, please leave us a like so we can know that you appreciated the video and make more awesome content. And if you continue to like our content, please give us a subscribe so that you will get notified whenever we release a video. Thank you again for watching today, and we hope to see you around soon.